Alright boys, next day, a little update here on the little 180, Jesus. The little Ford 80. So I messed around here a little bit, and I got the clutch linkage freed up. I'm gonna go on a limb and say there's a spring missing somewhere, but at least I got it moving. Because you gotta, do it manually, it should spring up on its own. So, anywho's, got that going. The one newer tire did in fact take air, and it seems to be holding. It's been up a grand total of 10 minutes. Definitely gonna need some tire rod ends. And over here I ended up bending the tire rod when I was pulling it up here. So I could try and bend it back and hope it doesn't break. Or it's a lot longer than a Gravely one. I wonder if a Cub one would work. I guess I just gotta look into it and see what I can get and make work. And this homemade snowplow conglomeration is quite interesting as well. This machine has ants all over it. Anywho's, I think that's really about it. That tire there is shredded. I got to tube this tire. I see this, I believe this is a bolt. It is into a threaded shaft here, which is actually what holds the brake lock, which I figured out how that works. Basically you would push that down, twist this, and then that keeps the rod from going forward and backwards. So, kind of neat, kind of simple. And I figured that out because this one sticker's still here. So, we're definitely missing something bolted on top of there. I'm assuming like a shifter plate. And from looking at this, it looks like there's a line across here on the dash. So, definitely missing a shift plate, and I'm assuming that there was some kind of panel here on the other side. And I also know that the plywood here was not factory, so kind of tells me the last guy probably didn't have the pieces either. So, is what it is. Pretty much, I'm gonna need a battery cable. Pretty much what I'm going to do, I'm going to look in to see what the clanging is on the motor before I invest a whole lot more time and effort. But yeah, again, just slowly pick away at it. So, catch you boys on the next clip. Alright guys, I haven't been doing much videotaping of the Ford 80 project here. I've just been kind of picking away and working at it whenever I get an hour here or there. So this afternoon, Saturday before the 4th of July, it's actually July 1st, I've been working on the steering. I tubed the back tire. I put a good used tire on the front rim that the tire was shot on. I think you guys can see half of the tire is, falling apart, which that was probably an original tire. Or an original style tire like the Cub Cadets. That's the tread they had on the back, a lot of them. So, anyhow, got that all done. I got the steering working. It is by no means perfect. I'm worried about the rod, the drag link here coming from the steering breaking right here because it bent right here, and I think you guys can see that. The bend there. And the crossover bar has a very similar story. Let's just say when I tried to remove the tire rod ends, let's just say part of the rod twisted off, so I ended up offsetting them one way and screwing it the whole way on with the 4 or 5 threads that were remaining on the one side, and the other side is on probably about the same 6 threads. And I made sure to put a good locking nut on that side, and the threads are so-so. I ran a die over them, but I believe you guys understand and know where I'm going with that. So it's good enough for now in the yard drive, but really it's going to need some tire rods and drag links. But I just kind of want to get the machine drivable as a whole and just see what we have going on here. Another issue I have, which I did not... Is that a nail? That is a bolt or something in there. That'd have been... I'm surprised that didn't stab the tire yet. Interesting. Anyhow. This axle, I actually removed the hub when I took the tire off because I just didn't want to deal with that giant weight. And a piece of the axle is actually broke off behind the keyway, and it's been broke like that for quite a long time. It's rusted. But when you tighten the set screw down, it actually pushes that piece back into place. So for the moment, I'm going to leave it alone. But in reality, it should at least have one axle, and I would be nice to pull like this hub off and double check it too, because I could probably find a trans axle, because it's a Peerless something or other that got used in a lot of different garden tractors. It's a 4-speed. So, I'm going to be looking for some parts for this thing. So if anybody has some Jacobsen stuff, or Ford, or I doubt you'll have Oliver or Minneapolis Moline stuff, but I'm going to be looking for them kind of parts around here in, we'll call it West Central Pennsylvania. So, yeah, boys. So, anyhow, I wanted to make a short segment on this, and 3.5 minutes long. But, I think for the moment, I'm just going to cut a piece of plywood and put it across here to sit on. Be good enough. Just need my ass not to go down there. Right? Right. And I can put the belt cover back on right, and I'm sure there's a return spring missing. I don't know. All new stuff to me, guys. So, anyhow, I'm going to get the tire slapped back on here, and I could actually roll this thing around and roll it into the shop and work on it. Nice. And actually, I've been working underneath the redneck canopy a good bit. To the point. Actually got light out here, boys. I'd pick you guys up and show you the whole way, but I know it'll blind you guys. Got one of them 4-foot Harbor Freight deals out here. So, anywho's, the other thing I see is I don't have the rod to engage the PTO. I don't know if you pull up on it. Looks like you pull up on it and it's pushing in on this, so I'm assuming, yeah. I'll look for one of those. I don't have a deck for it, so not real pertinent at the second. Felt like something was biting me. But anywho's, gonna be it for this one, at least for the minute. Get back to you guys and get something else going on. Well, boys, late night in the shop, and I wanted to go for a test drive. Excuse me. When I was done working on this thing, it has turned into, I don't think I'm going for a test drive. Boy, did it rain for a while. So, I got me a seat pan cut out for right now, so I get an actual seat for this thing. I'm sure somebody makes them. Fuel tank is the only other thing. I'm just going to feed the fuel line for right now and see if I can get it to run. And then, we'll worry about that. So. Got the side cover bolted on. That's the only thing, that's the only piece I have for the middle. So I guess at this point I'm going to drop the battery in and see if I can get her to fire up and sit her and run for a little while. And we'll go from there. I don't know if you guys will be able to see anything. The fireworks are going off through the trees over here, and I can see some of it. Hey, you guys can just see it a little bit. July 1st. Kind of a little early for fireworks. I think I would have saved them for the 4th, but what do I know? Wish you guys could see them better. Guys could see that for sure. So anywho's, I'm going to stand here and enjoy this for a little while. But I do have the little Ford running. I want to try and drive it forward and backwards here, just Just a wee little bit. I don't want to go far, and I don't want to go fast. I'll just back her out and pull her back in once. See what grenades. Could be fireworks. What time is it? It's gotta be close. 10 o'clock at night. Huh? 10:09. So, be back with you guys in a bit. Ooh, that was pretty. I don't know if you guys saw it. Still got fireworks going on in the background, but I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to go in tonight. So the only thing, I don't have a clutch spring, so I gotta manually pull the clutch up. But we're gonna just try first in reverse. All right, we're not going for the higher gears. Before anybody asks, no, I've never driven one of these before. So, ignition on. That should be reverse. Love it. This must have the weird reverse is here. Middle must be like second, and the whole way over must be first. I could be wrong. And then you have back. One way is third, one way is fourth. I don't know where it's at exactly because I don't have a shifter plate. Maybe I do. Alright. Going to disconnect the battery for safety's sake. And I am going in and going to bed, guys. See you guys in the morning. Pretty decent, actually.